Wow, good morning. Liam Mather there, Team Ontario. You're wondering what's going on? There's all these athletes everywhere. Well, we're going to be talking about the Niagara 2022 Canada Summer Games, which were supposed to be happening right now, but because of the pandemic, happening next year. But we are giving you a preview. Today we have coaches, athletes, people who know a whole lot about this event that's going to feature 5,000 athletes from provinces, territories across Canada in 18 different sports. Now that's all I know. So I'm going to bring in someone who knows a whole lot more than me, Steve Savor from Team Ontario. Steve, thanks so much for spending the morning with us and giving us a sneak peek of this great event.
Thank you.
So you've been to the Summer Games before, you know a whole lot about it, but first of all, can you tell us about your role in Team Ontario?
So my role is chef de mission for Team Ontario, and that's a fancy way of saying the leader of the team, leader of the delegation. So a number of responsibilities in terms of getting the team prepared, providing them support as they get to the games and during the games as well, and first and foremost being their ultimate cheerleader at the games as well.
Must be a lot of work, isn't it, Steve?
It's quite a big production for everyone. Our involvement from a mission staff is very rewarding as well. So being volunteers and being able to support these athletes as they progress through their sport career is very touching and very inspiring for us as well.
It sure is. It's inspiring to be here at the Canada Games Park, Brock University, a new facility. This place is amazing, Steve. It's just amazing. Can you tell us about the significance of hosting the Summer Games in the Niagara region?
Definitely significant. The last time that we did host in 2001 was the last time. Having a home games is very important for not only the sport community, but for the entire region and the nation as well. So being a former Brock graduate, just coming back here and seeing all this magnitude and seeing the great things that are happening, very, very important for the community. From an athlete perspective, what a legacy that we have here. In order to continue the train, continue to have opportunities to have those athletes surpass in their development is super important, and especially having it home in your home province, another great, fantastic opportunity.
It's just fantastic. I went to Brock University as well, Steve.
Yeah!
All right, so of course, these Live Eyes are interactive. Morning Live, they want me to try things out. Steve, I saw you hurdling earlier. Liam, I'm gonna give this a shot. Do you wanna come back with me and I'll kind of follow your lead? I'm gonna hurdle out as we throw back to headquarters of Morning Live. Of course, you're going to do it a whole lot better, and I'm doing the smaller one.
Perfect.
Yeah?
Cool.
Can you go first?
Absolutely.
Or, okay, you go first, I'll watch you, and then I'm gonna go.
Okay, cool.
Okay. He makes it look so easy. Okay, I'm seeing he's on his toes. Wow, yes! We'll be back, Morning Live, talking about the Niagara 2022 Canada Summer Games at the Canada Games Park, Brock University. Wow, good morning. Look at that go. Okay, you might be asking, what is that? And who was that incredible superhuman who just threw that? Yes, and of course, Coach and Dad here is like liking that. Good morning. We are giving you a sneak peek at the Niagara 2022 Canada Summer Games, which were supposed to happen this year, postponed to next year. But we have some athletes and coaches talking about what's happening, this great event right here in the Niagara region. And this is the javelin sport, is that correct?
That's correct. This is javelin.
Okay, and this is Randy McDougall.
That's correct.
Coach and Dad of Tristan.
Yes.
This superhuman. Can you tell us about the javelin sport for people who don't know much about it?
Yeah, it's a very complex sport. There's a lot that goes into the technique of throwing javelin. It's not just about being as strong as you can be. You also have to be very fast and precise in what you're doing. There's what's called throwing through the point, so that's making the handle go where the point was just as you're throwing.
Okay.
And if you miss that, the javelin won't go as far. Like it'll punish you for missing that point, right? And not being precise, no matter how strong or how fast you are.
How long has Tristan been doing this?
So he's been doing track since he was 4 years old, and he was motivated by one of our top Canadian javelin throwers at that age to pick up a javelin. His name was Ray Dykstra from the area, and he's been doing it ever since, and he loves it. It's his passion.
And is he excited to be a part of the Canada Summer Games?
Yeah, he is. He's actually hopeful to try and make the team.
Yeah.
He's a little young. The next iteration will be more for his age group, but he is going to try this time around.
Oh, wow, he's really good. How much does he have to train? Like what goes into this?
So technical work, he does 3 days a week. It includes some sprinting and a lot of medicine ball work for strength and flexibility. And then at home, he's in the gym 5-6 days a week, doing strength training and working on mobility. Like he has to have full range of motion to be able to do what he's doing.
And as coach, what are the demands that you're under? What do you have to do?
There's quite a bit. I actually do the strength training with him to help keep him motivated, right? And it's a great way to spend time with my son too, right? So we strength train together, we do the mobility together. I do my own separate running, but he does, it's been a great relationship for us to be able to do all of that.
Absolutely. Okay, Tristan, can I throw one? Yeah? All right, I'm a little bit nervous about this, Randy. It's not going to go far morning live, but okay, I'm right-handed, so should I stand?
Right-handed?
Yeah. Okay,
And
like
grip
this?
the end of the jab, your fingers.
Yeah, one finger behind the rope.
Yeah, one finger.
Okay, gotcha.
No, behind the rope.
Oh.
You're gonna pull on the rope. Yeah, right there.
Thumb around.
Okay,
And then all the other fingers wrapped around it.
like that?
There you go.
Okay,
Yep.
and I'm just throwing this. I'm just throwing it and
Try and
hoping
get
for
your
the
arm
best.
extended back as far as you can.
One, okay, ready? Wish me luck, coach. And Tristan, here we go. Luke, I'm going! Ah! Okay, that's it. Cut, go, got a break, back to you. Annette Bob.
She did an awesome job.
We are talking about the Niagara 2022 Canada Summer Games, and something very special about these Summer Games, which are supposed to happen this year but are happening next year, and we're giving you a preview this morning, is they're inclusive. So not only do they feature athletes, able-bodied athletes, they also feature athletes with physical and mental disabilities. So we're going to focus now on the wheelchair race, and you can see I'm about to try it. We have some very special people that are going to race at the very end of this segment, but first I want to introduce Paige Nevistick. Paige, you know a whole lot about this particular sport, para sport. Can you tell us a little bit about the importance of it being included in the Summer Games?
I think track is a big part of Summer Games. So having a wheelchair racing race is like important for inclusiveness, and it's just a fun sport to watch.
Okay, so for especially young people at home that may have a physical or an intellectual disability, what message is this bringing to them, Paige?
That
What would
it's
you like them
possible to play sports, and
Okay.
it's a lot of fun to do it. Don't think just because you have a disability you can't play sports and be part of a team.
Now, this doesn't look easy, Paige. This does not look easy. So how do we do this? So basically, you're holding these handles, and you don't have to do it now until we race, but you have to move the handles forward?
Yes. So it's just like, you know when you pedal with your feet?
Yes.
On your bike, it's just like that. It's that motion, but instead of your feet, it's your hands.
So I would imagine that the skill that you really need to work on would be your upper body, is that
Yes.
correct?
It's very upper body.
Anything else?
Heavy.
Any other techniques? Any tips that you can give us? I know you were talking to everybody else earlier, but anything else that you really have to focus on when you are in a wheelchair race?
Focus, basically. Look ahead of you on the track and don't really focus on the people beside you.
Okay, that's very good. Now I'm going to introduce, we have special guests today. When I call you out, can you just give a shout out to Morning Live? So we have the Mayor of Thorold here. Yeah, we have the Mayor of St. Catharines. We have a representative from Brock University. We have Tim Kenyon. And of course, Jim Bradley. Chair Jim Bradley is going to be our starter over there. And thank you so much, Paige, for teaching us a little bit about this. Just don't make us look that bad, okay?
Okay.
Okay,
That's
so
fair.
is everybody ready? Mayors, Chair, Tim, okay, ready? Here we go! Woohoo! We've been featuring and giving you a sneak peek of an event that was supposed to be taking place starting today, but because of the pandemic is happening next summer. It's the Niagara 2022 Canada Summer Games. We are at the Canada Games Park, Brock University. You can see they're still constructing, almost finishing this incredible facility. We've been talking to athletes and coaches this morning, but of course there's always this incredible connection between an athlete and an artist, because music really is inspiration. And wow, look who we have. We have Posey here. And Posey, thank you so much for joining us today. And thank you so much for everything you've been doing so far for these Summer Games. So we're going to talk about you a little bit first.
Okay.
And you are a Toronto singer-songwriter, and you were first discovered on The Launch, is that correct?
That is true.
So how have things been for you since then?
It's been really amazing. You know, I've been making music and playing in bands since I was like 15. So being on that show was kind of like a catapult into working in the industry, and now I've been very fortunate to work with like some of the best people in the world on all the stuff we have coming up, especially the song for the Canada Games.
Can you tell us about the song? How were you inspired for that?
So at first when I was approached to do the song, I was a little nervous because I used to skip gym class in school.
You're one of those people.
I was one of those people. I'm an arts person, and I found it really hard. I was like, how do I write something that these people are going to identify with? How do I capture the voice of what it's like to be an athlete? But then I reframed it as like, you know, being an athlete is like an unconventional dream, much like being an artist is.
Very true.
And there's no one right path. You can't just go to school, get a degree, and be in the Canada Games. And so I tried to like go from that angle about how you really just have to power through and never stop trying, and then hopefully you will get there. And that's what prompted me to write Steel Heart.
Wow, Steel Heart. So when and where will we be hearing you during the games, which will take place next year? What is your involvement, aside from writing this incredible, inspiring song for it?
Yeah, so there is a 200-day out kickoff concert in January that I am performing at the Meridian Center, which is very exciting for me. Right now that's looking like my first show back from the pandemic, so it's nice to be able, much like how these athletes haven't been able to do their thing, I've been able to do my thing. And it'll be cool to have that be like the intro back in this big, huge stage. And then I'll also be performing opening and closing ceremonies.
It's incredible. And so what does that mean to you? I mean, especially at the opening and closing, the opening ceremonies.
I know.
Yeah.
Really big. Like I'm from Hamilton. I used to sing the anthem at the Hamilton Bulldogs games when I was a kid. So it feels like very cool to have that, you know, now that I'm an adult, be like the next progression to like opening these huge games for the country, and you know, having the support from Canada Games to put on this like really huge show that I want to put on. And you know, maybe that's somebody's introduction to Posey, and that'd be cool.
It is. Well, thank you so much. You're beautiful, you're talented, and thank you so much for, you know, crossing into the world of sports and inspiring so many athletes as well. So once again, these Canada Summer Games, there will be 5,000 athletes from across the country, every province, every territory. They'll be competing in 18 different sports. This will all happen next summer, but we've been giving you a sneak peek here at the Canada Games Park, Brock University. Posey, thank you so much, and we'll be seeing you soon.